Just 1 second, I just have to record.
Got it.
Hi there, John.
John Morgan.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, thanks.
Yes, okay, we're recording in Cedarhurst.
All right, I'd like to call to order the Madison Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting for Thursday, January 8th, 2026. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome. I also want to just start out by mentioning that we've had a couple of last minute agenda changes due to the applicants requesting to present at later meetings. So that includes the public hearing, which will open and then immediately continue to February 5th. And then also that's for the 142 Boston Post Road. And then also the pending application for 196 Durham Road be tabling probably till January 15th, our next meeting. But with that said, just as sort of preliminary introduction, so anyone who's attending for those two applications may not want to stay, they're welcome to. And with that said, we'll move to the first agenda item, which is the election of officers, which we do on the first meeting of every year. So this is chair, vice chair, and secretary. Our vice chair was elected to the Board of Finance, so we have an opening there. Chair, if anyone wants to.
Excuse me, Carol, just for purposes of our minutes, and attendance.
Attendees.
Take
Okay,
attendance first.
In-person attendees, we have John Duza, Andy Rubin, myself, Carol Snow, Chair, Mike Bogda, and our town planner, Aaron Mannix. And on attending by way of Zoom, we have Janet Peckinpah, John Morgan, Max Caroon, and Bob O'Connor. Did I get everybody? Yes.
Good.
Thanks. Okay, so that's our attendees. Getting back to the election of officers, first position would be chair. I've expressed interest in serving for another year. But if anyone else would like to be considered, please speak up. That said, okay, do we do these one at a time, Erin? I think I just came from a regional planning meeting where we did them all at once. But
I feel like you've done them separately,
yeah, okay, so let's do them check.
individually in the past.
So,
Who can nominate you?
yes, so thank you, John.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any
I'll third.
all in favor? Thank you. Thanks for your support, everybody. And assistance. Next is vice chair, and we have someone who is interested, John Duza. Would you like to make a few statements about?
Sure, my campaign consists of pointing to my consistent attendance. One, my general interest. Number two, and the fact that I did run one meeting in your absence.
Yes,
Everything went smoothly and efficiently.
the minutes were beautiful.
And I just wanted to, regarding your nomination, I mean, your dedication, diligence, and knowledge of the rules, regulations, and history is thinking about it. A real asset to the commission,
Thanks.
but I'd be glad to fill in your absence if necessary.
Great.
I'll nominate John Duza.
I'll second.
I have 3 seconds and no further discussion. All in favor, John Duza as vice chair. It's anonymous. Thank you, John, for
Thank you.
your service as secretary and now your promotion. I think it's called a promotion to vice chair. So with that, we have an opening for secretary. If anyone's interested in serving as secretary. I think, John, you've done a great job at reviewing the minutes. Someone else takes the minutes, so you don't have to worry about that. So if anyone would like to serve as secretary.
That's not what role I want.
Very easy. Interesting. It'll take 5 minutes, and if not, I'd be happy to do it, but somebody else should.
It would be great if someone else could do it.
Carol, I'll nominate myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll vote
We had a possibility from Andy, but John, thanks for.
It was a half-hearted thing. Go ahead.
Andy, you can have it. It's all yours, Andy.
I know, I'll support you anytime you
We
need
can
help,
back each
John.
other up. Okay, great. John, thanks for that. And can I have a motion then for John
Sure.
Martin, the secretary, in a second? Any discussion? All in
Anyone?
favor?
Thank you, John.
Great. Janet, we can't
Thank you,
see you, but
You can't?
No, not on our screen here in the.
I don't know why
education room.
people are disappearing off of.
I think it looks
Oh.
like that's two in, are the only ones we can
We're
see
the,
on.
we're all, I can see everybody remotely.
Exactly.
So can I.
If you're attending remotely, you can see everyone, but for some reason,
We've got
The
two
display
people on
on
the screen. Is
this
this?
Polly is not speaking
Yeah.
properly, I guess.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can hear, just not see me. Hmm,
Right.
Sorry, I don't know
This
what
is
to
Little
do.
Walk in my case.
Well, you're welcome. Okay,
You'll shut the meeting down.
that's what Andy was gonna.
It's short enough.
I don't know. So it's like, there's no point to it.
All right, moving along on the agenda, we do have a public hearing scheduled. I'm gonna save my processes for the public hearings for the next, for the February 5th meeting when we actually do it, but we would like to have a motion to open this public hearing and then immediately continue it to our February.
Madam Chair, we should read the legal notice for this
Oh,
public
thank
hearing
you,
as well.
Erin.
Yeah.
It's important to get that on the record. So I will turn it over to Erin Mannix, town planner, to read the legal notice.
Thank you. Notice is hereby given that the Planning and Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing on Thursday, January 8th, 2026, beginning at 7 p.m. in Meeting Room C, the Hammonasset Room, Town Campus, 8 Campus Drive, Madison, Connecticut, 06443. This is a hybrid meeting and attendees may also join via Zoom webinar through either the webinar link or call-in information below. The webinar ID is 915-8196-6735. The password is 452138. The call-in number is 1-646-558-8656. The following application will be heard. Number 25-30 plus coastal site plan 142 Boston Post Road, map 45, lot 138, zone R2. Owner applicant is 142 Boston Post Road LLC. This is a coastal site plan and a site plan application to retain existing mixed-use building with office on first floor and one-bedroom residential unit on second floor, and construct new 4,350 square foot, two-story building with 8 residential one-bedroom units with associated site improvements, including parking, walkways, subsurface sewage disposal system, stormwater management system, 10-foot by 14-foot storage shed, and 10-foot by 14-foot covered picnic area pursuant to Connecticut General Statutes, Section 8-30G. Copies of this application are available for inspection in the Land Use Office. Further details on how to participate in the webinar are posted on the Town of Madison website, www.madisonct.org. All written correspondence can be submitted to the Land Use Department via email at landuse@madisonct.org. Dial 203-245-5631 for assistance. Dated at Madison, Connecticut, this 12th day of December, 2025, Carol Snow, Chair. This published once in the source on December 25th, 2025, and once on January 1st, 2026.
Thank you, Erin. And so as I understand it, the applicant has requested that we open the public hearing tonight and then immediately continue it to February 5th. They're revising the application and aren't ready to present at tonight's meeting. So could I have a motion to open and continue to February 5th?
motion.
So moved.
And a second?
Yes.
Any further discussion or questions?
I just have one question.
Yeah, sure.
How does this affect the timing of the public?
It's a good question. So it starts as of tonight when we open. Is that
Yes.
correct?
So their window is the same window regardless of the fact that they're
The
just
Right.
left, picking up
window
less time.
for timing is 65 days to act on a site plan application or an automatic approval. And so because of this extension, the applicant is understanding, and if necessary, the commission can request extension.
Thanks for that question.
But the hearing as of, you're not,
But the
you're
timing,
fine,
the 65 days starts now.
you're fine. No, it starts from the date of receipt of the application. But you are sufficient to get to February 5th.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Janet, is that a yes from you?
Yes.
And Bob
Yes.
O'Connor.
Yes,
Gina, you're muted.
Yes,
Okay, thanks. Unanimous. All right, then we have pending application, 25-26-196 Durham Road. Map 58, lot 14, zone RU2, owner applicant Temple Beth Tikva, site plan modification, application to change site lighting, landscaping and parking driveway area material from originally approved plan. Again, they've asked to have it tabled, we think, to the next meeting.
Yes,
which
at
is
this-
January 15th, which is next week.
Yes, till next Thursday.
Normally our meetings are 2 weeks apart, but because of the New Year's Day holiday, we're here tonight. So could I have a motion to table it to the January 15th?
Quite a motion.
Mike, second.
I have to recuse myself.
You're to recuse.
Second.
third,
John, seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, if we could hear your voices, that'd be great. Aye.
Yeah.
yes, in favor,
in favor, Janet?
Thank
Bob in
you.
favor,
And then scheduled for our January 15th meeting, we have 25-27, 875 Boston Post Road, as well as 25-28, the Bushnell Lane re-subdivision. And I think we've already scheduled those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Table January 15th.
So moving along to approval of minutes, John Morgan, can we catch you by surprise?
No, you can't.
John Duzer, would you like to?
Sure, last call for dates. Commission meeting December 18th, 2025. Members and alternates present: Bugda, Karoon, Downs, Duza, Morgan, Honor, Peckinpah, Rubin, Snow, and Clark. Motion to approve. Michael, thank you. Second. Andy, any edits or comments?
You look good.
Anybody? Terry was right on target. Vote to approve?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
aye,
Good. Have fun.
Thanks,
Yes,
John.
I,
Moving on to remarks, I actually would like to encourage new commissioners to do their training. I think is UConn Clear the easiest way to get the training at this point?
Yes, that's a
Yeah.
great tip. My office is in the process of updating all of our commissioner contact lists. Now that everyone's been reappointed, sworn in, we have new officers. So we'll get that out to you as well as training requirements. Because your terms are staggered, your training requirements are going to be staggered. Some people have already met their requirements up until their reappointment. Others who were just recently appointed are going to be subject to additional training because it is per term. So we'll link. UConn Clear is a great resource for pre-recorded training sessions. This is an off year for Connecticut Bar Association, but we can look to see, I always recommend the basic commissioner training classes available through UConn Clear. They are having some changes to staffing, so I'm not sure what their schedule is for live classes, but I'll reach out, I'll get as much information as I can, if not, give you the basic trainings. If we're looking for training on anything specific, that the commission would like to see, or, that you'd like to learn more of, we can always arrange our own trainings. We have a lot of flexibility, right, as far as what counts to the 4 hours. The only statutory requirement is that it is 4 hours of training per term, and one of those hours needs to be dedicated to fair, affordable housing. So we'll be in touch.
That's actually a good segue for me because I'm just coming also from the regional SCROG meeting, which was at 5:15 this afternoon. Normally it's the second Thursday in the month, so I get to do 2 today. And they mentioned that they will be, the COGS, the Council of Governments Regional Programs, will be doing housing education sessions reporting back after they're doing sort of thorough analysis now of PA 25-01, which was HB 8002, the housing bill that was passed right before Thanksgiving. And they're reaching out to different municipalities within South Central Connecticut for us to sign up if we want to have them come and give us some training and
Oh, cool.
public outreach type information sessions, which we.
Yes. One is available, it is scheduled for January 29th.
29th.
I'll include that in.
Yeah.
It's through it's in the afternoon, it's through their affordable housing their housing working group. And so we had a meeting today prepping for that, and it will include an overview highlighting the relevant, regulatory.
I think that's at
Issues.
like 1 to 2:30, but it's recorded too.
Yes,
Yes.
so that could serve as one, and, they are also in the process of advertising for, a new housing coordinator and municipal waste coordinator there. So that housing coordinator can hopefully serve as a liaison for some resources for the
Yeah,
commission as well,
that's good.
once they get on
That's good.
board.
Because I think it's a complicated bill. The more explanation we get, the better.
Yes, yes.
I also want to mention that I was elected vice chair of the Regional Planning Commission today.
Who is the chair?
You're catching me off guard. I don't have the list in front of me. I think it was Kevin, now it's Bob Sadie, I think. I can't tell you. It's Bob Sadie.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And they're actually, the commissioners, some of them have served through several cycles, so like Chuck Andres says, we tried to nudge him back in, but he wanted to take a little bit of a break before he cycles back in.
I don't blame him. He served for a long time.
Speaking of which, I think I've been doing this since I've been serving as chair, but it doesn't have to be me from the commission, so if anyone else is really interested. Although I've committed to being vice chair for 1 year.
But yes, that you're right. It's a representative from each municipal planning and zoning commission. A planning commission, actually, because it's the regional planning commission.
Yeah.
And
not all
so if there was a
municipalities have
separate,
planning and zoning. So.
right.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's interesting, it's sort of it's good to learn what other communities are doing, what other municipalities, we're kind of an outlier being in the eastern border of South Central Connecticut, and I think we're one of the smaller communities, not the smallest, but it is interesting to see what else is going on.
and the role of the commission really is to review regional referrals. So
And see if they impact other municipalities or Long Island Sound.
yes, so, and a lot of the, zone boundary changes, regulation changes,
Text
amendments, things
yeah.
like that. There are mandatory referrals when the local municipality makes or has a proposed change, those get referred to regional, and often receive comments back from the regional commission.
Right.
So, not zone boundary, it's, text amendments.
Okay.
Speaking of text amendments, I have one update about our regulation amendments. We had talked that the first step was the reorganization of the regulations. The commission saw before the holidays a restructured table of contents. And so the goal of reorganizing now is part of our codification and getting our regulations online and to be able to be tracked through each section as you move forward with your review and update. And so the first step that the commission will be doing, our consultants, after the commission reviewed the table of contents and staff, we reviewed it, we didn't have any real recommendations to change it. It's nice, clean, makes sense. And if you recall on that table, under each section of the table of contents, it gave the number of our existing regulations that would slide under that. So Tyche is reorganizing the regulations, all existing text, just putting it in a new order. And so the next step would be, once we receive that document, to review it. We may have it as early as next week, that the commission could begin reviewing that, to schedule a public hearing on it. The goal is to adopt the reorganized regulations. There's no substantive change to that. It just moves forward that this is now our new reorganized regulations, all existing text. But now we can take each section and update them section by section, rather than referring back to the old organization. It will just be clearer for tracking all of our changes.
I see.
So there will be no eliminations, no edits. At this point, it's simply cut and pasting our sections into a new organization. And
there will be a public hearing for that approval.
absolutely, any regulation amendment, any change requires referrals and posting in the clerk's office and a public hearing opportunity. So you'll be going through that first, and then we'll start breaking down sections. And I think the goal is to do small adoptions of sections as we go, rather than,
Yeah.
you know, working on something and then a year and a half later, a public hearing, and we might not recall the discussions on the particular sections and things like that.
And each of those changes will also go to the regional planning
Yep.
group to approve.
Yep, every edit has to follow the process.
So we've seen that with other
updating.
municipalities where they kind of feed us little text passages for each meeting to be updated.
Just sounds like better organization and no substantive changes.
That's what she said.
Why?
At this-
it's-
For the first
it's-
step.
It's administrative. Why does it have to go to a public hearing?
It's a change.
It's the
It's like
statute.
moving deck chairs.
Yeah, the
I know.
statute
Yeah.
requires. It should, I mean, that should be.
That's
It's bureaucratic and a waste of time, but okay.
Thanks for sharing your thoughts.
At least you understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly correct.
Unfortunately, I didn't.
It's true, but I think you have to have that approval first, and then you can start making text changes or updates or.
And I think really the goal is to have that document that you can look at from the very beginning and know exactly where everything has gone in edits, and it can be
Existing.
fully tracked.
Yeah.
From beginning to end, what happened to that text. And so having it in that new format is helpful.
Go ahead. Sounds that way,
We
but.
have a member of
Quick,
tree
quick
advisory.
question on that. Does that mean if somebody on a committee was gonna be eventually recommending some changes they wanted to see, they'd be able to follow where it's gone to now? They would need this new document.
Oh, sure, this is
Yeah.
all, yeah.
Yeah, so,
That-
but always
that
don't
will
come to a
be-
meeting with or send you comments based on the old table of contents. Make sure we get the right numbers and everything off
Yeah,
of this. And
absolutely.
this will-
There will also be working group conversations amongst, members of the commission and the
And this is
committee as
probably
well to
months-
discuss
months
that.
out anyway,
Yes.
right? Talking in a time frame, weeks, months.
Yes, but
Months.
as soon as we have the document and it will be public record and becomes the new
Thank you.
reorganized. Yes, so it will be
So we
accessible
have
to
consultants
everyone.
working on this for
Um,
us, so it's not just us.
Yeah, I know somebody in one of our members is working on something. I see he references, the existing
Yeah,
verbiage and where it is, and now all of a sudden everything is gonna change. I just want to give him a heads up if he doesn't know already.
Yes, but yes,
That's all.
and we will be able to track where that section moves to.
Thank you.
Yes.
yeah, good to clarify that too. So that's this year's project. On that note, do we have anything else?
I don't.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Vice Chair, thank you. Second. Kennedy, thanks. Any further discussion? All in favor? Thanks, everyone. 7:25.
Thank you.